Housing bubble correction is here with home values declining by $2.3 trillion in 2022. Published by Marison Navarro on April 5, 2023. Housing bubble correction is here with home values declining. It's been almost 13 years since the housing bubble burst in 2008 and the Great Recession began. It appears that the housing market is, once again, overdue for a correction as home values are predicted to decline by $2.3 trillion in 2022. In this blog post, we'll take a look at the current housing market and what it will take to avoid another Great Recession, similar to the one in 2008. So, buckle up and get ready for a real estate roller coaster ride because the housing bubble correction is here. Housing values declining. Housing bubble makes a comeback in 2022. The housing bubble seems to be making a comeback in 2022, with home values dropping by $1.1 trillion in 2020 and further decreases expected in the upcoming years. This downturn is caused by factors like pandemic-related economic challenges, reduced buyer demand, stagnant wage growth, increasing living expenses, and a shortage of affordable housing options. The limited inventory has also led to a surge in home prices beyond the reach of many potential buyers, and low mortgage interest rates cannot counterbalance this dip in purchasing power. As we navigate this housing bubble, it's crucial for both buyers and sellers to recalibrate their expectations. It's possible that we're experiencing a multi-year correction, with home prices potentially decreasing by as much as 20%. The U.S. housing market has already shrunk by $2.3 trillion since June 2020, marking the most significant value drop since the Great Recession in 2008. In the past 124 months between February 2012 and December 2022, we have seen a continuous decline in the housing industry, which has already cost homeowners a whopping $2.3 trillion. Clearly, this is an unusual situation that could take some time to stabilize. Thus, comprehending what lies ahead with the housing bubble is vital to making well-informed decisions about purchasing or selling real estate over the next few years. How declining home values are affecting the economy. The housing market is currently facing a correction, and it's not a secret. Home values have decreased by almost $1 trillion in the past year, with the potential for more declines as experts predict an increase in foreclosure rates due to the pandemic. As a result, many people are struggling to keep up with their mortgage payments, leading to a decline in housing prices and affordability, particularly in areas where investors have been driving up home values. Obtaining mortgage-backed securities and financing is also a challenge due to higher interest rates and decreased consumer spending caused by lower home values. According to some estimates, U.S. home prices could tumble nearly 20% due to rising mortgage rates, lack of affordable housing, and the COVID-19 pandemic. Fed economists warn of a potentially worse housing correction than what we see today, risking $2.3 trillion in value from the market. Philip Rosen, a researcher, thinks that it's unlikely for U.S. home prices to decline significantly due to the bubble hypothesis. However, minor price declines of 8 to 9% could still create economic pain for struggling homeowners. It's uncertain whether this latest correction will result in a decline of U.S. home prices or not, but it's crucial to pay attention to how our current economy can affect our real estate investments as we move forward into 2021 and beyond. This situation merits attention, and we should all be aware of its potential impact. The housing market is overdue for a correction. The U.S. housing market has enjoyed a sustained bull run since the 2008 Great Recession, but recent data reveals a $2.3 trillion decrease in home values over the span of 3 years, indicating a real estate correction. Contributing factors include the trade war, rising interest rates, and increased online mobility, causing an imbalance in supply and demand, with Zillow reporting record levels of consumer debt as personal savings plummet. The ripple effect of this correction may hit other sectors such as banking and finance. Investors must adjust their portfolios accordingly to account for potential losses due to declining home values. According to Zillow's regional outlook for over 300 cities, the U.S. housing market slipped into a price correction in the second half of 2022, with home prices dropping 10% or less within 2 years from their peak value. Buyers should be wary of warning signs such as an increase in inventory and decreasing sales velocity, while experts recommend understanding how current market conditions may affect future purchases before committing resources to real estate investments. What will it take to avoid another 2008 Great Recession? The Great Recession of 2008 caused a housing market crash and led to numerous Americans losing their homes and jobs. Today, a possible housing bubble correction indicates we could be headed towards another recession. Since June 2021, home values have declined by $2.3 trillion, the most significant reduction since 2008. Unlike the 2008 market, today's housing market is vulnerable to fluctuations due to factors such as the low interest rates and increased investment in real estate markets across the country, creating a bubble that could burst if left unchecked. The recent decline in home values has negatively impacted personal savings and increased consumer debt, both of which can lead to economic downturns and long-term effects on housing markets across America. The COVID-19 pandemic has also exacerbated this trend, with record unemployment levels and reduced incomes making it difficult for people to make mortgage payments. To prevent another Great Recession, government officials, industry leaders, and everyday people must work together. Policies like a $15 per hour minimum wage can help stabilize the housing market and provide much-needed relief to those struggling financially. To wrap up, it is evident that the housing bubble has arrived and is here to stay for some time. With plummeting home values and an increase in consumer debt, we are headed towards another Great Recession, unless we take preventative measures. Do not remain complacent during this housing market correction. Instead, take the lead in learning about the current market conditions and the potential impact on your investments. And, above all, support our campaign for policies such as minimum wage increases that will contribute to stabilizing our economy and securing a more prosperous future for all. 0.